right now on IUSTV News how the city of Chicago is preparing for federal intervention in their law enforcement.
Plus, complying with a new state law, IU is set to cut over 200 majors. We'll take a look at what programs are affected the most.
And Indiana Fever star point guard Caitlin Clark is out for the rest of the season. We'll detail the injury and the fallout.
And we've had a cool start to September, but we've got some higher temperatures on the way. We'll cover all of that in my first forecast coming up in a little bit.
Trump has said, quote, Chicago is about to find out why it's called the Department of War. Thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Wilson.
And I'm Graham DeWitt. You're watching IUSTV News. For weeks, President Trump has been teasing mass federal deployment in Chicago, but for the residents of the city, the time for action is now.
For more on the story, we turn to CNN's Cheryl Hubbard.
How do you spell fascist?
I-C-E! Chicagoans are gearing up for the possible arrival of federal immigration agents. Dozens of anti-ICE protesters gathered outside a suburban Chicago detention center on Friday. The Broadview site is expected to be the main processing site for an upcoming immigration operation.
Yeah, and it's classic fascism, and we know that all we can do is not go quietly when this happens. They're hoping that neighbors just turn their back and feel like it's not their problem.
It could prove to be an eventful weekend for the city, as officials in Illinois say they hear National Guard troops will be deployed. It's prompted local leaders to put residents on high alert in the event that they are approached by federal agents.
Be smart and not fall into the traps.
Across town Friday, some teachers from the Chicago Teachers Union took learning out of the classroom and into the streets. They posted up in Black and Latino neighborhoods, handing out flyers that said, "Defend your rights."
We want to make sure that parents in every neighborhood in this city understand their rights. We want to make sure that our young people see us and understand that we are a safe space for them.
Residents across the Chicago area are digging in their heels, preparing to stand tall in the face of the Trump administration's efforts to deliver on campaign promises to deliver law and order.
How we show up in this moment truly matters. Let's remind them that in Chicago, we don't back down.
I'm Cheryl Hubbard reporting.
Reporters on the ground are confirming that several ICE agents have already been spotted in the city.
All right, so let's get a check of the weather. And I remember last year around this time, it was near the upper 80s. That is not the case this year. So we're going to send it to weather reporter Isaac Perlich. Isaac, is it going to be the same continuing for the next couple weeks?
Yeah, so I mean, at this point in the year, September, usually we would, usually see those temperatures in the 80s. Last couple weeks, though, has definitely not been that way as we look across the region here. We're in the upper 70s for most of the region, 74 here in Bloomington. Washington down there, 76, but most for the region here in the mid-70s, which again, unseasonably cool here in the area. But as we look into the overnight temperatures, going to get even colder out there. We've got 65 at 9 p.m. tonight. As we get to midnight, it'll be 60 degrees. Then look at 3 a.m., 56 degrees there. It's going to be very chilly this tonight and into tomorrow morning. It'll be more of the same. If you're going to take your dog out for a walk, definitely going to want to pack a jacket. It's going to be pretty cold out there to start our day tomorrow. 6 a.m. there, 53 degrees. It'll get up to 54 by the time the sun rises a little after 7 a.m. Then 8 a.m. it'll stay there at 54 degrees. So definitely want to buckle in here for the next couple days. It's going to be pretty cold out there. But as we get into the later part of the week, we're going to have some sunny skies tomorrow and the next day. We'll also have a warm up for the weekend, which I'll talk about in my full forecast here coming up in a little bit. But Olivia, Graham, I'll send it back to you.
Isaac, thank you. Speaking of getting outside, where better to go than one of IU's long-standing events? First Thursday, our Mike Badrov has the rundown for what the outdoor experience has to offer.
Art, food, and fun. All right here at the Fine Arts Plaza. It can only mean one thing. First Thursday is back for the school year. Hi, right here at the event, here to explain it to you, hence the name, First Thursday, the first Thursday of every month. You can attend this community-driven event for free. You can find some great food, some great pieces of art, and some great music, all for you to enjoy.
The event brings in community members from all over the city of Bloomington, offering a wide range of creative services. from literature, learning, and music lessons. Jen Rhoda, a representative from the Musical Arts Youth Organization, is grateful for the connection opportunities First Thursday provides.
I think it's a great time. Obviously, on a day like this, it's just beautiful, especially at the beginning of the year, for everybody to come together and see all the great opportunities we have in the arts, both on campus and in the city of Bloomington. I think it sends a great message to our youth, too, that it's not separate between the university and the town. Everybody's here to support each other and looking for some great opportunities to engage in music and all the arts, really.
In addition to enjoying the arts, First Thursday also gives students a chance to connect with IU clubs and careers. Gallie Benjamin, a student at IU, connected with TEDx, insisting she owes First Thursday for the life change.
Come to First Thursday. I spent all of my freshman year coming to First Thursdays. I found a ton of new friends that way, a ton of new orgs that way. I found TEDx through First Thursday, and now I'm on the exec board, so First Thursday will change your life. It's true, for the better.
Don't be afraid if you couldn't make it this month. First Thursday will be back, you guessed it, on the first Thursday of October, with another variety of offerings for you to enjoy. Mike Badrov, IUSTV News.
You can look forward to the next First Thursday event on October 2nd from 4 to 7 at the Fine Arts Plaza.
Still ahead, find out how the community is rallying behind the Bloomington Animal Shelter and how you can help out.
Plus, new semester means new parking rules on campus, what those changes are, and how you can avoid getting a ticket.
And speaking of parking changes, temperatures will not stay parked where they are for very long. We'll break down our warm weekend coming up right after this.
This month is a big one for the Bloomington Animal Shelter. Its staff, potential adopters, and of course, its animals.
IUSTV reporter Isaac Perlich tells us why a little generosity can go a long way.
We don't do a lot of fundraisers, so this is unique for us as well.
It's a unique opportunity, an anonymous donor giving $20,000 to the Bloomington Animal Shelter. It all started with a call.
We have these funds we want to give you. We want to use them to help you raise even more funds.
Together, the two created the Double the Love fundraiser. It's pretty simple.
For every donation dollar that we receive during this time period, that anonymous donor will match.
The funds will go toward the shelter's medical fund, helping with allergies, amputations, medications, and injuries.
So we're trying to kind of help those animals, get them prepped and get them into their homes.
The fundraiser will run through September 21st, and donations are already flooding in.
You know, a donation at a time like this that's, $5, $10, that's double. So it's a great time if you don't have a lot to give a little.
It goes a long way for the animals and for the shelter.
It means a lot to me, as the director of this organization, that there's people in the community that think that highly of us and of what we're doing, that they're willing to support us to that level. It definitely gives us the feeling that we are on the right track and doing what we need to do.
In Bloomington, Isaac Perlich, IUSTV News.
Once again, the fundraiser runs through September 21st, so you've got plenty of time to help out.
You may have noticed some changes when it comes to parking on campus. Starting this semester, IU is phasing out its physical parking passes, which usually hang on your mirror. Now, the university is making your license plate your parking pass. The transition is starting with campus housing, or CH permit holders, and will expand to a larger group in the future. The plates will be read and verified by parking enforcement. If you still have a hang tag, you are still required to keep it on your mirror until the transition is complete.
Indiana University's language departments are cutting several majors, including Spanish, Italian, and French. The move is part of a larger wave of statewide program cuts affecting hundreds of degrees.
IU is also known because of foreign languages, and I think the reputational damage of these cuts are immense, and it's just a lack of less opportunities for students.
Some programs will be cut or merged, but it says students in suspended programs will still be able to finish their degrees.
If you check your Canvas dashboard, you'll notice a new course that all IU students are now enrolled in. Gen AI 101 is a free skill building course on generative AI created by IU. The course includes 8 modules covering everything from how to effectively prompt AI to building your own AI assistant. It's designed to give all IU students a solid foundation in using generative AI tools. Professors are incorporating AI into their courses, but at IU, it's up to the professors to decide how and when to use it.
Professors have the knowledge, right? And so they're going to know the best ways to implement or not to implement AI in their courses. One thing this can help with is give students, especially students who may not be as familiar with AI, an equal playing field with their peers who are.
Williams says he firmly believes AI should never replace people, but rather support and enhance the work we do. While everyone is still learning how to best use AI, he hopes Gen AI 101 will provide students with the ethical and responsible foundations they need to use these tools wisely. Turning to weather, it's looking pretty sunny out there, Isaac.
Yeah, today was kind of a tale of two mornings here. We started really cool and then got into the 70s by the afternoon. So that's what we're seeing right now. Across the region, we're seeing pretty consistent temperatures, mid 70s all across the board, really. As we look at our temperatures right now, 74 here in Bloomington, 76 down there in Washington. And that's really what we're seeing really across all of South Central Indiana, 75 in Brownstown, 75 in Bedford as well. Really uncomfortably cool, probably mostly comfortably cool for a lot of people here. We don't usually see these temperatures right now in September. And that will continue into tomorrow. If we look at tomorrow's temperatures, be pretty much almost the exact same as today. We will start at 53 degrees when we wake up tomorrow morning. As we get into those lunchtime hours, we'll hit 74, just like we're seeing right now today. The only difference tomorrow will be those afternoon hours. Temperatures will rise up to 82 by the time we get to 5 p.m. tomorrow. So that's really the only difference, and that warm-up will continue into Thursday. As we can see, temperatures will be completely different than what we're seeing today. 87 here in Bloomington, 89 down there in Washington. And that will stay consistent again across the region. Those higher temperatures will definitely be a theme for the rest of this week and into next week as well. Looking at to Saturday, we're going to start at 60 degrees at 8 a.m. and then 88 at noon, which will be the high for the day. The only difference there, again, once we get into the afternoon hours, clouds will start to roll in. We'll have a small chance at some rain on Saturday evening, around 5 p.m. or so, around a 15-20% chance of rain. So shouldn't impact your plans too much, but definitely something to keep an eye on. We could see some rain as we get into the middle part of our weekend. Looking ahead to our 7-day forecast, again today we have 77 on Wednesday. Tomorrow will rise a little bit to 83. That will continue into Thursday, 85 degrees there, mostly sunny. Then as we get into our weekend, we'll see a lot of those temperatures start to rise. 87 on Friday. Again, Saturday we'll have those, small chance of some showers there Saturday night. And then Sunday and Monday will be up into the low 90s, into the upper 80s as well. So definitely enjoying some cooler temperatures right now, but it'll rise pretty dramatically as we get to our weekend.
Yeah, pretty warm weather. Well, thank you, Isaac. We appreciate it.
Dylan is standing by with a look at what we can expect in sports. Hey, Dylan.
Hey, you two. We've got a lot to cover this week, including a lot of Indiana football. Plus, WNBA and all-around superstar Caitlin Clark is out for the season. All that and more next in sports. Hello everyone and welcome back to IUSTV Sports. I'm Dylan Dryman and let's get right back into the swing of events with sports. There's so much to cover today. After not being seen since 1969, a successful season last year of football, a movement from alumni and professors at Indiana University, Hoosier the Bison is back. Yes, you are seeing that right. Hoosier the Bison diving in from the skies into Memorial Stadium before the home opener against Old Dominion. The crowd was already amped up before this mascot arrived, but Hoosier sparked an even higher decibel rating. He then hopped onto his motorcycle and escorted the team out to the field and continued to hype up the fans all game long. On August 30th, IU football debuted their season against the Old Dominion Monarchs. They struggled in the first half, but in the second half, they prevailed in winning 27-14. Coach Signetti said after their performance, quote, "Our organization knows that we can play better than what we did today. This past Saturday, IU football bounced back after a poor Week 1 performance with a win against Kennesaw State. With just under 600 yards of offense, Mendoza looked a lot more comfortable this time around at Merchants Bank Field. Fernando Mendoza threw for 245 yards and 4 touchdowns. 3 of those going to Elijah Waffle House Surratt, as he lived up to his nickname this past weekend. The Hoosiers host Indiana State on Friday at Memorial Stadium at 6:30. Now we take you into NFL football. For the Colts, there was plenty of buzz surrounding head coach Shane Steichen's decision to start Daniel Jones at quarterback. Combine that with a turbulent offseason, losing key linemen and mourning the passing of longtime owner Jim Irsay. The Colts had lots of questions marks ahead into the season. Start of the second quarter, Jones dropping back, searching, looking for his man, Michael Pittman, for the touchdown. Welcome to the Colts, Daniel Jones, as that is his first touchdown as an Indianapolis Colt. Shortly after that, Kenny Moore blitzes from the blindside edge and strips Tua, forcing the defense to recover the football. Off that turnover, Jones sneaks it in for his first rushing touchdown of the day. Colts lead Dolphins 17-0. The last time the Colts had a season opener win, I was 11 years old. Coming off another turnover from the Colts defense, Jones airs it out to Alec Pierce for a 36-yard pass. The longest play for the Colts in this game. Pierce is picking up right where he left off last season strongly. 6:25 left in the fourth. Tua finds A-Chain for the Dolphins score. Finally, they would convert a 2-point conversion as well. And for the first time since 2013, the Colts are 1-0 after Week 1. Jones going for 272 yards, passing, and 3 touchdowns. Colts win 33-8. Rounding out sports news, Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark has announced that she will not be playing for the rest of the season. The decision comes from a failed rehab process after suffering multiple injuries in July, with Clark saying, "Disappointed isn't a big enough word." Without Clark, there's a lot of speculation as to how viewership for the WNBA will fare, with national TV views reported to be down 55% since her injury, according to Nielsen. However, the Fever will continue on without their guard and will play in the postseason that is set to begin on September 14th. And for the latest on all things IU sports, be sure to tune in each week to Hoosier Sports Night. You can catch it Thursdays on IUSTV. That's all for sports. Back at you at the desk.
All right. Thanks, Dylan.
All right, so let's get one last check of that 7-day forecast, especially, Isaac, with that football game coming on Friday. I'd like to know what we're going to see then, but also the rest of the week, too. Yeah, so, as we look at our 7-day forecast here, staying pretty cool right now, but as we get into the weekend, it's definitely going to warm up, especially, for Friday for the football game. So we've got temperatures kind of all around the place as we go throughout the week here. 77 today. As we get into tomorrow, we'll see highs in the 80s. That will continue through Friday. Again, on Friday, we've got the high of 87, low of 58. So very comfortable day on Friday, especially Friday night for the football game. Then as we get into the weekend, 88 on Saturday. Again, we have that chance of showers there late in the day. It'll be 90 on Sunday, and that will continue into early next week. High of 89 on Monday. So really the big theme here, we're starting off with some unseasonably cool temperatures, then we'll get right back to those summer-like temperatures as we get into the weekend and especially into next week. So just kind of have to enjoy these next couple days before that heat wave starts to take effect here. Yeah. Well, thank you, Isaac. And thank you for watching IUSTV News.
For updates between newscasts, check out IUSTV.com. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and X. We're back here tomorrow night. See you then.